Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be looking at a performance demo, testing out the ultra settings in VR. I'll go through some of my settings and I'll leave the FPS counter on so you can see the performance. As you can see, I'm flying the Spitfire, which is especially good in VR. We're currently flying about 100 kilometers north of Santiago in Chile on our around the world trip, which is an amazing part of the world. I've seen so much in South America so far, it makes me just want to go there in real life. I'll quickly flash up my settings for you. I'm using driver 466.77. I've got the OpenXR developer tool disabled, which means motion reprojection is disabled. HAGS is turned off. Game mode is turned off. I have all my VR settings set to ultra, or the highest they could go, all the maxed out settings, and the render scaling set to 100. I've got the terrain level of detail and the objects level of detail set at 180. I couldn't max these out to 200 because the performance was so bad when I did that. It went down to about 15 FPS. So 180 was the highest I could get, along with all ultra and maxed out VR settings, as well as all of the PC settings maxed out, including the render scaling set to 200, along with the objects level of detail and terrain level of detail. I'm still getting that really saturated effect and a lot more detail in the image in my VR headset. I don't know what it is or why it's doing that, but I continue to use that setting now because I don't want to lose it. But when I reset my PC, I don't lose the settings. For some reason, it always stays at 200 PC render scaling if I leave it like that, so I just tend to leave it. I'm a bit reluctant to mess around too much with my settings because I don't want to lose this amazing clarity and quality that I've got in VR at the moment. It really looks like the monitor does, but in VR. You can also see that I'm flying on my Wingman CGym, and there's no delay, there's no problems with the multiplayer at the moment. I'm just amazed at how smooth and clear everything is. I know the area I'm flying in is not a big city and it's not heavy on the graphics, but still, I love flying it. I spent hours flying down South America and it's just amazing. And this clarity is unbelievable. You can even see like the reflections hitting the front of the cockpit there and bouncing back. So good. And just look at that. There's no motion reprojection whatsoever. That's just performing brilliantly. The propeller at the front is giving me no kind of artifacts or any kind of bad performance. It's all crystal clear. I'm so pleased with it. I'll be doing some more performance demos with these exact settings to see how it copes in the cities and different aircraft, but I'm so happy with this. I'm starting to think that maybe when I play with this sim, I do certain settings for certain planes or for certain locations. So there's not like one setting that's just going to set you off for everything. So what I reckon is just to like get used to changing the settings, and if you go to a new area with a new plane, just judge it and then just tweak the settings, and for that session you just use those settings. So basically the settings work best depending on what you're flying and where you're flying. I've been getting this kind of performance with other planes, with bigger planes like the King Air and the TBM and even the jets. With this plane being such a good build, it seems to be working really well in terms of frame rates and performance. I'm purposely looking around quite a lot as well, just to show you the movement and how there's absolutely no stuttering, no lag whatsoever. It's really, really responsive with the way I'm moving my head. It can be annoying to watch though, so I won't do it too much. But I just wanted to show you the way it moves and the way it is just picking up every little movement that I've got here. No stuttering whatsoever, even at low altitudes. Exactly what I was after. I firmly believe that anything above 30 FPS in VR without using motion reprojection is fine. It's just going to depend on where you are and what you're flying, like I said earlier. So it's all trial and error. I really do think there isn't one be-all and end-all setting that solves everything. I think you just got to be flexible and willing to tinker. And once you get sort of good performance, you can focus on the actual simulator. I make these videos to help people get their settings set up so they can go and enjoy it. So rather than spending all the time tinkering and trying out all these settings, get something that works for you, that you're happy with. Try and stay above 30 FPS. And enjoy this amazing simulator in VR. I'm really impressed and surprised by the performance with these settings. I didn't think I'd be able to do this. So it's always good to check things out and find out what your system can or cannot do. I'll continue to do some more testing with my settings and then share them with the community in the hope to help others get theirs dialed in properly. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments in the comment section below, and whether or not these settings work for you in your system. Remember to use my settings as a guide only, and to get you started with your own settings. Anyway guys, I hope I continue to help you dial in your own VR settings. And if you like my content, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, as always, take care and stay safe.